Hello and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 13th of July. This week begins with Mercury finding its way forwards after that long retrograde. It's still in the sign of Cancer and it won't come out of shadow until the 26th of this month, so there can still be a need for us to be very precise in the way we express our emotional communication particularly, and of course anything to do with documentation, the detail that can go awry if we're distracted, so that stuff continues to be important. However, the quarter moon, which occurred at the end of last week, does provide a backdrop for the whole of this week. That was in the sign of Aries, which is very much to do with the now. It's about our need to be very much in the present, whereas the sun, of course, is in the more nurturing sign of Cancer. So they're both cardinal, so there's a bit of a battle here between the sun's primacy about wanting us to focus on how we can take careful steps to nurture, and the moon's need to act instantly. So if we are a bit rash, it could come back on us a little bit. And this is a week that does require some care because the sun is going to be going into an opposition with Jupiter, Pluto, and then in the last couple of days also Saturn. So the dust up that's been going on through the eclipse series over the last couple of years between the sign of Cancer and the sign of Capricorn all is going to be repeated once more. But of course we've also got Mars in the mix as well in the sign of Aries. Well, that doesn't come into connection with these influences quite yet. It actually forges a very neat tie with Venus. So if you're lucky enough to be able to socialize or connect at some kind of level, depending on the COVID restrictions wherever you are locally, then that can be delightful. But I do feel that the balance between making sure that we're safe and well emotionally and physically in terms of the sun in Cancer, and being more aware of our worldly interactions and protecting our interests financially coming through Capricorn is a balance we need to find. There could be some push-pull energy this week. We may encounter someone who's a bit strident, a bit forceful, a bit opinionated or dogmatic, but we also have to be conscious of our own energy too. Your specific forecast, Taurus, suggests it's all about communication. But what's not to like? Mercury, the planet of communication, has gone forwards, and that's definitely something to celebrate. However, Mars is tucked away in a very tender part of your scope and forging a positive link with your ruler, suggesting that something could be communicated to you in a very subtle, not very obvious way. You could make a discovery that has a financial benefit to you that absolutely delights you. But with the sun in a big standoff with Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn, if there is a part of your world that you want to change, and obviously you don't change things easily because you're someone who has a real respect and appreciation with a tradition and familiarity of routines, but if there is something you're trying to push outwards, be more adventurous around, and you feel penned in and limited, it could prove to be very, very frustrating. And there is the potential for an intense discussion or even a disagreement this week, unless you can try to find the right balance between being more impulsive in your thinking and expression and not letting your subconscious see you spew out something in the split second because something is rather challenging. Try to stay very calm and express yourself clearly. If you are thinking about anything to do with a longer scale journey, planning that, I do think that there could be some inhibitions around that. Things might not go quite to plan. The easy thing to do this week would be to try to push something through, but it is just finding the right pace. And once you find the right pace, things will work out to your advantage. It's been a real pleasure you being with me. If you'd like to know more and ascend above your zodiac sign, please check out my affordable range of personal horoscope reports beneath this video. You can also grab yourself a special offer of 30% off. Or if you'd like to have a one-to-one with me, please check out my testimonials. Also, you can chat with me directly on Twitter, or please join Elisa and I for our daily video astrology and tarot show. Please see the link below as well. But for now, stay safe, take care, and goodbye.